Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M53 M55, the Tier 9 American SPG, and it's located on the south spawn of Ghost Town under the command of WeeeWhat. Now this is one of the few Arties in the game with a turret, and I think somebody just invited WeeeWhat to platoon. It was the Batchat 155-58. Okay, he's moving off to his firing position. It's a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks in it. Now this Arty is based on the M46 pattern and the M47 pattern for that matter, because it depended on which pattern tank was being developed at the time as to which hull they used for the Arty. And it's basically the rear end of the pattern tank at the front, and the back, well, they took off the turret and they've mounted a huge howitzer in a turret. Oh wow, that EBR just did a flip. We fire around in and no, he pulled away in time. He nearly killed himself. He's lucky to survive that. Now, as this is an M55, that's an 8-inch howitzer on his vehicle. It's quite a long reload. But the alpha damage of these shells is also considerable. 1050 alpha with penetration of 52mm. We've got a Object 277 in the town. Now, will Klaus's theory stand up? We fire around at the object. No, Klaus is wrong. The object was directly hit by that shell. 192 hit points of stun assist as well. Klaus had a theory that if you fire an Arty at an enemy object, then the shell would go anywhere except hit the object. If it was any other sort of tank, the shell would hit it directly, but if it was an object, the shell would miss. Well, we're going for an E100 this time. Rounds out and direct hit, which is what you expect. WeeeWhat is very good at aiming. And he stunned that E100, so he's picking up stun assist as well. Oh, an enemy tank's got very close to him. It's the EBR. Our AMX 1390 is going up to chase him off. We're almost loaded. If he comes back round that corner, he's going to get one hell of a shock. We're lining up a shell for him. Oh, no, missed. He fired too soon. And the AMX 1390 is going to try and get him again, I think. He's chasing him. Don't think the EBR can see us yet, but if he comes into this dip, he will see us very shortly. We've been spotted. And he's going for the Batchat 155-58. Now he's going for us. We'll need to move. Yep, enemy Arty. Just got hit by a splash from an enemy Arty. We've lost all our hit points but 15. There are 2 enemy Arties, so we need to keep moving. And we've just lost our 1390, but the enemy just lost their EBR. This is bad news, because now it means that, yeah, bad news indeed. And we've just lost our M103 as well, and the WeeeWhat 111 Model 14. Their E100's coming down the east side of the map. We fire around in and kill him! On the move! The E100's gone. That's good news. But the enemy's doing very well in the city, and it's now looking very bad for us, actually. Most of our guys are being pushed out and surrounded. We're now going for an enemy tank there. I think it was a Noobs 16. Now we're going for the Object 277. Lining up the shot. Round out. Direct hit again. Proves Klaus wrong. 197 hit points from that one. Still one tank behind on the enemy at the moment. Lining up a shot on the UDES. Got 11 rounds of standard HE left and 3 rounds of premium. Trying to get a shot on that 277. Right on the corner. Direct hit. A big hit. 472 hit points from that one. So, no, Klaus's theory doesn't stand up. And we just lost our back chat. He was killed by the T62A. So obviously that guy could see him. There he is. Now, lining up a shot, but at the moment, from the position we're in, we can just hit the object. Rounds out. Just missed him. But did do some damage. He managed to get round the corner in time. And the 705 is now dead, so we picked up a load of stun assist. And the scores are now even. Oh, they were, but we've just lost one of our teammates again. The Object 705 on our team. In fact, it was the Object 705A. Right, one of their tanks, the T49, sitting up on the heights, overlooking their cap area. And no, we decided not to shoot, going instead for the T10. Round out. Direct hit. Oh, it's not looking good now. We're 2 tanks down on the enemy. It's 4 against 6. We're loaded. We've got 2 in the town, the Type 5 Heavy and the Standard B. And our T22 Medium is up the other end. Our Type 5 just managed to kill the Object 277, which is good news. We really need that T22 Medium to get that T49 if he can. He's moving into position. Where's the T49? We can't see him. And the enemy T62A has gone down. That was the guy who was actually spotting our back chat. The T49's moved. And there's the enemy Arty, the 212A, the guy who hit us. We fired, or are we going to fire at the T49? Lining up a shot. He's moving backwards and forwards. The 212A is getting away. WeeeWhat's going for the T49. Long flight time for the shell. It does damage the T49. Oh, but we've lost our T22 Medium. So it's now 3 versus 3. Thanks to the guys in the city. They've managed to clean out the enemy tanks in there, which just leaves that 212A, a GWE 100 and the T49. But the T49 is badly damaged. So it's gone from 4 versus 6. I think it was 4 versus 6 or 3 versus 6. Now it's gone to 3 versus 3. I would have gone straight for the 212A. He wasn't going to move very fast, and it would have made an easier target for WeeeWhat to get the kill on. As it is, the T49 is badly damaged, but he's a fast-moving light tank, and that means he could be a problem for WeeeWhat, because if he finds WeeeWhat, he can put 1 round in, and that will be it. End of game. WeeeWhat's decided to move through the city towards the cap, and that's a good idea as well. The closer you get to the enemy target, the easier it is to get a quick shot on them. And of course, if he comes across an enemy tank right in front of him, he might be able to shotgun them. His field of fire is restricted because he's in the city and the buildings are getting in the way. There's the 212A. He's relocated. Have we got a shot? Yes. Dialing in. He's turning to face our tanks. We should be able to hit him with an accurate shot. Rounds out. Kills him.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
And now it's just 3 versus 2. Still that T49. We don't know where he is. We're threading our way through the town. There's the T-49, just killed the standard B. Oh, don't hit objects, because I'm not sure if this is past the point where they took out team damage. I don't think it is. You might kill yourself if you actually run into something fast enough. You only got 15 hit points left. He tried a snapshot at the T-49. That failed. But we do know the T-49 was headed off towards the east side of the map. Type 5 is on the west side. Looks like we're going to come out on the west side as well. And that might mean the GWE-100 is also on the east side of the map. I say it might be, I don't know. Type 5's trying to climb that hill. I'm not sure that's a good idea. It certainly wouldn't be a good idea for him to cap, because he's only got 146 hit points left, I think. And so, yes, that one shot from the GWE-100 and he'd be out the game just like that. He might be wanting us to move into the cap to act as bait. It really all depends on if he can get an accurate shot at the T-49. Just stay in cover here for the moment. Very tense ending. 2 versus 2. Now, will the Sixth Sense go off? Will we have been spotted? No, we haven't been spotted. So, nobody actually in line of sight. Okay, we're baiting the GWE-100 now to fire. Give away his position. There's the GWE-100. He's been spotted. And he's taken out of the game by the Type 5 with one shot. But we're still waiting to find that T-49. Type 5 is trying to guard us. He's probably still in reload. We're still aiming towards that GWE because the T-49 went in that direction. And hopefully the Type 5 Heavy will sit in front of us. Oh, he's been killed. There's the T-49. He's behind us. So WeeeWhat's moved out of the cap. If he'd stayed in the cap, he would have been easy bait for that T-49 with only 15 hit points. One shot was all it would need. And I suspect the T-49's rushing over here as quickly as he can. But remember, WeeeWhat has got a very big gun, that 8-inch howitzer. And that can really end somebody's day. Even if they've got a fair amount of hit points left, he can hit them hard. A shotgun is really lethal at close range. Well, the enemy's capping. T-49's in the cap. There he is. Silly move to make, because now he's toast. Arty wins. That's how we like it. Well done. Deserve that. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's a first class tanker for WeeeWhat in the M53, M55. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 12 in that one, but he didn't pick up any other medals in the game, unfortunately. But we thought, well, wow, what an ending. It's got to be features, isn't it? The win rate for that game was 4,839. Very high indeed. Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. There you go. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the T22 Med. He got high caliber for getting 5,149 hit points. The next scorer after that was the Object 705, got 3931. And after that was the Object 705A on the enemy team with 3878. We can see that WeeeWhat managed 3283, so he wasn't doing too bad in that game. And when it came to kills, he came second. The Type 5 Heavy got 4 kills. WeeeWhat got 3, so did the Standard B and the T-49 on the enemy team, who picked up an All-X medal. And that EBR was such a pain, he managed to get a patrol duty during that game as well. Our Batchat 155-58, he got a Confederate before he was killed. He did hit a lot of the enemy. He didn't get any kills out of it, but he did hit a lot of people. And when it came to base XP, it was actually the Type 5 Heavy who did best with 1,313 base experience points, 1,173 for the Object 705, and WeeeWhat got 1,054. He fired 13 rounds, got 6 direct hits and 0 penetrations, but 13 splash. Damage of 3,283 hit points, of which 3,086 were at more than 300 meters. The close one was the T-49. He actually received 1 hit as a result of splash damage. It was a big hit from that 212A. The moment he was spotted, that shell came in, and yeah, unfortunately, I did say you need to move. The moment the enemy sees you, move as quickly as you can, because the enemy Arty is going to be on you like a shot. And yes, he was. 7 enemy tanks damaged, 3 killed, 304 hit points of damage assistance, and 1,381 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. He managed to get 13 defense points off that T-49 while he was in the cap, and on a free-to-play account he earned 33,785 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 3,863 hit credits loss out of that game, unfortunately. Yes, he did make a loss. 1,054 base experience points, times 2 for the first victory, got 179 for completing a mission and events, took away 2,287 altogether out of that game. So I'm sure he was very satisfied with that end. It just proves that sometimes it does help to have a very big gun and for the enemy to be very short-sighted. And that T-49, that was basically the completely wrong decision to make. He should have hunted WeeeWhat. He should have hunted him and used long sight lines. He's got much better view range than WeeeWhat did, and if he'd actually hunted WeeeWhat from a distance, he probably would have found him and shot him and killed him with 1 shot. So there you go. It was a disappointing game for the T-49. It was a good game for WeeeWhat because it ended in his favour. Thanks for watching.